So a couple of weeks ago, I posted this post up on Instagram and the response to it has been absolutely incredible, with people sharing their own harsh truths, how much they needed to see this post. And although I was really proud of the post, I feel like there's so much more I can say on each of these things. So I'm gonna quickly make a cup of tea. I'm in the kitchen right now, and then we're gonna get cozy and we're gonna chat through the hard truths I've learned in my 5 years of being a small business owner. So why don't you grab yourself a little cup of tea and let's get cozy and have a catch up. I'm going to make myself a Yorkshire tea today because that is my favourite tea. I like Yorkshire tea and Earl Grey tea, but I just really fancy a classic cuppa right now. What mug should I go for? Let's go for gingham. There's going to be tea haters right now. Oh gosh, nearly dropped it. Yeah, this is how much tea we drink. I put the milk in first, and I'm not even sorry. It makes the tea so much creamier because the tea bag like sits in the milk for a little bit, so the milk gets like infused with the tea. And then you add the water and you don't have to wait for ages. No, you have not clicked onto a how to make tea tutorial. I will in fact get to the hard truths very soon. Oh yeah, I'm a true Brit getting excited over a cup of tea. Otis says hello. Oh, now he's looking out the window. He's like, I don't usually get to look out that window, Mum. No, because you're so small. You can't see up there, can you? Give the tea bag a little squeeze. Right, I'm ready. So I've written down all the hard truths that I put in that Instagram post in my little notebook. I got this from Hoobie. It is so super cute. And yeah, I'm just going to chat through them all, elaborate on them a little bit. And I would love to get your guys' opinions on these as well. And let me know any hard truths you've learned as well in the comments. So as you're watching along, please feel free to, at any point in the video, pop them in the comments and let's get a little discussion going over there. So if you have clicked onto this video and you have never seen me before, you don't know who I am or what my business is, my name is Millie and I run Prints by Millie, which is an online stationery business, and I illustrate and sell products based on little joys in life. So those moments, those tiny moments in life that bring you so much joy, I illustrate them and create products and collections based on those moments. So for example, my autumn collection this year was called Blankets and Blockbusters, and it was all about celebrating that little joy in life of getting cozy under a blanket, watching your favourite cozy season movie with popcorn, snacks, moments like those. But my business has not always been based on that. I started as a pet portrait business. I've been through loads of different eras of Prints by Millie, and of course with that I've learned a lot of hard truths along the way. I am now over 5 years into running this business and I'm now full-time with it, which I still can't believe that when I say it. So hard truth number 1, I put in the Instagram post that not every launch will go as you imagined, and that's okay. And then I wrote, sometimes you pour your heart into a product and it just doesn't sell the way you hoped. It doesn't mean it's bad or that you failed, it just means you're learning what your audience connects with. Every quiet launch teaches you something for the next one. And that is so true. I feel like it's only in the past probably 6 months for me since I started with the little joys focus and since I niched down to the little joys in life that I've really found that my collections and launches do better now. I was never somebody, and I still am not somebody, who gets tens and tens and hundreds of orders on launch day. I get a handful, and I get a handful throughout the week as well. I have loads of launch videos on this channel if you want to go back and have a look at them. But just because I don't get loads of sales, I don't consider it a failed launch anymore, because there's so much to a collection launch than just the sales that come in. It's how you feel about the launch, how proud you are on what you've created and what you've put out there. Your products are going to be on your shop for as long as you want them to. Just because you've launched them and you've not got loads of sales in on that day does not mean that you're not going to sell loads of those products later on down the line or gradually. And if a launch doesn't go how you expected, because I've had first-hand experience of that as well, then like I said in the Instagram post, don't consider it a failed launch just because it was quieter than you expected. There are so many factors that contribute to a successful launch. It can be the time of year, the time of the month that you launch it as well, depending on when people get paid and whether they have disposable income to just spend on stationery or whatever items you sell if they're not necessities. There's so much to it, and it's just so important, I think, to try and focus on all of the positives and learn from the experience. Make sure you're taking things away from it to better your next one. And as well, a successful launch looks so different for everybody. For some people it is about the numbers and how much money they take in on that day. For some people it's about going past that barrier of actually putting themselves out there and launching these products that they've spent months making and designing. And maybe you've had the mental block of like, are these products even good enough to put out there? But you've worked on them and you've been consistent with them to get them to that point where you're happy to put them on your shop, and to just hit publish is an achievement in itself. And you can't compare yourself to people who have been doing this for years. Like, I look at some people's launches, but they've been doing it double the amount of time that I've been doing it. They've been doing it for 10 plus years. You just can't compare your journey to anybody else's. But if your launch hasn't gone how you've imagined, that is okay, and you just need to make sure that you are taking positives away from it in order to better your next one. The next hard truth I've learned is that growth isn't linear and some months are much slower than others. And I also wrote, let me just grab my phone, every small business owner has dips and self-doubt. You might have one month where everything sells out and the next where it's quiet. Both are normal. The key is to look from the outside in and recognize your overall growth, not just focus on one slow week. I know how difficult this is to do because currently I'm having a really slow episode on Etsy. As I'm recording this, the weekend that has just gone, I had no orders on Etsy over the weekend, and that has never happened in the 5+ years that I've been on Etsy. I feel like I've learned well from this hard truth that I've written on this Instagram post, because I've not let that get into my head, because I've known for ages that my Etsy has been on a decline. Like most people, I feel like Etsy is not what it used to be for most people, and because of that I've been putting my energy elsewhere. My Shopify sales have been the highest they've ever been. I am now doing spin and mix every other week, which has changed my business as well. I'm launching ebooks. I've diversified my income and I've put my energy into other things because I've recognized that my Etsy has been getting slower and slower, and I kind of preempted that this would happen, in that there'd be weekends or weeks where I'd get no orders on Etsy. So I just had to put measures in place and not let that worry me, and just be proactive in that trajectory that I saw coming. And yeah, just in general, some months are going to be much slower than others, but again, it's the thing of comparison. Your journey and your growth journey is going to be so different year on year, and so different in comparison to other people as well. So the only thing you can really do about it is just to focus on the positives, and like I say, to put your energy into things that you are passionate about, that you want to work on, that you want to grow. So for me, for example, I really want to work on growing this community here on YouTube, and to be posting more videos, and to just be a little bit more, I'm trying to find the right word, a bit more present isn't the right word, because I do post every week and that is sustainable for me, but ideally I'd be posting a little bit more frequently than that, and that is something that I'm going to be working on and that I want to focus on, because I want to grow this community and this platform, because I love creating these videos so much. So I'm putting my energy into that. I'm going to be doing Vlogmas this year. I'm going to be posting a video every other day throughout December, so that means 12 videos throughout December, and that is going to be hard work, but I'm so ready for it, and I've started pre-filming some videos and pre-editing, so they're all ready to go. So relating this to the point in that growth is not linear, and that you can't just focus on the slow side of things or one slow week. For me, my Etsy is much slower than normal, but I am using that as kind of a source of energy and a boost and a kick up the bum to work harder on other aspects of the business, and to do Vlogmas, and to put my all into that, and to create more social media content. I've been posting on Instagram more, so I'm utilising the time that I've gained from not packing Etsy orders and putting them back into the business in other ways. So I think that's a really good mindset to have about it. If something is slowing down, put that energy that you would be using on that thing into other things. Another hard truth that I've learnt in the past year or so, I want to say, is that it's okay if you try something out and if you've invested money into something, but you realise that that's not actually for you, and you can adapt things and you can change it, and you don't have to do things just because you see everybody else doing it. For me, that was sublimation. You may have noticed on this desk I have right here, previously I had my HTV1 heat press on here, and I had my sublimation printer on here. I've only got my inkjet printer on here now, and that is the only printer that I own. I have got rid of my heat press, and I've got rid of my sublimation printer, and I've got rid of my mug press as well, because I'm no longer doing sublimated products. There are a few reasons for this. The first one being the heat presses and the sublimation printer took up so much room. With them not on there anymore, I could put this printer on the bottom of these shelves here, and I actually don't need this whole desk here in my office. I could literally just get rid of everything here. these crates could go elsewhere under something else or in like this locker. This is just full of books down here. It's not business related stuff at all really. So this whole section of my studio doesn't really need to be there anymore because I don't have my heat press or my sublimation printer. So if I do ever have to move into the smaller room in our house, then I can do that comfortably. Another reason is that I just didn't really sell many of my sublimated products. So that is like mugs, coasters, mouse pads. What else did I do? Car coasters, a few other things, car air fresheners. I just never really sold many of those things, not enough to warrant having all the gear, all the equipment, and the time to make them as well. To actually sublimate products and to learn effective ways to do so promptly and effectively, efficiently, it takes a lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of resources. You have to waste so many sublimation blanks. I wasted so much money trying to perfect sublimation, and then still when you'd go to make a mug or a coaster, something would go wrong, and sometimes you didn't even know what it was that went wrong. So it caused me a lot of stress. A lot of time as well was put into creating these sublimated products that wouldn't even sell. So you can kind of get where I'm going with this. It just was not worth it for me, and although I saw a lot of other people creating sublimated products and doing it themselves with the heat presses and sublimation printers, I wanted that to be me, but it just wasn't for me. And I made that decision to stop doing it because it just was not worth it. So this hard truth is basically me saying that it's okay to pivot when something just isn't working for you. But there is a solution for me with this, in that I can still offer those products to my customers without actually having to make them myself or ship them myself. And that is where Printify come in, who are the sponsors of today's video. Printify is a print-on-demand platform that lets you create and sell custom products that you don't have to keep stock of yourself. You simply upload your design, choose from hundreds of products they've got in their catalogue. There's mugs, tote bags, phone cases, mouse pads. There's honestly so much stuff on there, and they handle the printing and the shipping and send things directly to your customer. The setup is super seamless as well. You can easily integrate Printify with e-commerce platforms like Shopify, Etsy, or any others. So everything is synced up, so when someone places an order for that product on your website, it goes straight through to Printify and they can start manufacturing and shipping the product to your customer. So like I said, Printify means that I can still offer these products to my customers without the stress or wasted materials or time wasted. And it gives me more time to focus on creating and to put my energy into other things. I think Printify and print on demand is really great for when you are tight for space or when you just don't have the funds right now to invest in a lot of equipment to make these kind of products. It's a great way to experiment with your products as well and seeing what your customers actually want to see from you, because if you use Printify to offer a certain product out to your customers and you find that they are ordering it lots, it's becoming a bestseller, then you will know, okay, I can actually invest in some of this equipment now and try and make them in-house. So it can be a great first stepping stone, or if you just want to continue using print on demand, of course, that is great as well. If you'd like to try Printify for your own small business, I will of course leave a link down in the description, and a huge thank you to Printify for sponsoring this week's video. The next hard truth I've learnt as a small business owner is that you don't have to post every single day on social media to stay relevant. In the post, I elaborated on this by saying social media will still be here tomorrow, your business won't crumble if you rest. What actually matters is consistency over time, not constant output. Taking a break often helps you come back with fresh ideas and feeling more inspired and motivated. And I also plugged my ebook Getting Noticed, which goes into this in much more detail. It's all about creating authentic content for social media that feels natural for you, because a lot of ebooks I've seen on this topic are like how to go viral, how to get however many followers within this amount of time, and a lot of the time we don't go viral. So this ebook is about creating content that is going to connect you with your ideal customers and audience and show off your products to them, rather than just focusing on going viral and getting loads of followers who probably aren't even going to engage with what you're offering anyway. I'm going off on a bit of a tangent now, but if you want to check out the ebook, I will leave it linked somewhere on the screen right now. But yeah, you absolutely don't have to post every single day on Instagram. I definitely do notice that I grow a lot more over there when I do actively try and post every day, which of course that's going to happen because you're posting more, you're reaching more people. But in order to stay relevant, you don't have to post post every day, you just have to be consistent. That is so much more important than posting every single day. If someone goes onto your profile and sees that you've consistently been posting 2 or 3 times a week, they're going to know that they're going to expect 2 or 3 posts from you a week, and they probably will follow because of that. But if they go onto your Instagram and they see that you've not posted in like 2 months, and before that you were posting almost every day, and then there was a period where you didn't post again for 2 months, they're going to think, I don't actually think I'm probably going to get very much content or value from this person, so I probably won't follow them. Not that it's all about follows, but yeah, in order to connect with your people, I think if you're just consistent and find a rhythm that works for you with posting on social media, that far outweighs just posting every single day. It's much better to find a system that works for you and find a certain amount of posts that is manageable and stick with that, because if you're trying to do more than what's comfortable for you and what you can manage alongside if you have a job or if you have kids, and you're just going to dread that time when it comes to creating your social media content, and you're not going to be putting as much energy or thought into it as you would do if you were just posting a manageable amount on social media. So yeah, moral of the story, consistency over posting every day. And the last hard truth that I've included in this post and subsequently in this video is that your pace is yours, you're building something long term. This basically sums up what I've said quite a few times throughout this video, and that you can't compare your journey to anybody else's. You can't compare your day 1 to someone else's day 365 if they've been doing it for a year, or if they've been doing it for multiple years and you've only been doing it for 1 or 2, etc, etc. You just can't compare yourself to other people. Everybody's situations are so different. I don't have kids right now, but in the future, if I have kids, I'm not going to have as much time to work on the business. Everybody's situations are so different. Some people have chronic illnesses, some people have mental health issues. Like, there's so many things. Humans are so complex, and you just can't compare yourself to anybody else because nobody is you at the end of the day. I wrote on the Instagram post that it's easy to compare your chapter 3 to someone else's chapter 20, but slow, steady growth means you're building a brand that lasts. Progress doesn't have to be fast to be meaningful. That is so true. Like, you don't have to rush into anything. Just let your business grow at its own pace and you will get to where you want it to be eventually. It does just take time, unfortunately. As much as we'd all love to just click our fingers and be earning like thousands and thousands every single month, it takes time to get to that point, and you just have to be patient, even if it is a little bit frustrating. And if you're an impulsive, impatient person like me, then that is really hard to hear, but it's the truth. Like, slow growth is so much better and so much more manageable than fast growth. So yeah, just stick at it and you will get there in the end. Thank you so much for watching this video to the end. I really hope you've been able to take something away from it. And like I said at the beginning, please leave your hard truths down in the description, or if there's any of these that you agree with or disagree with, let me know in the comments and let's get a little chat going down there. If you enjoyed this video, I post videos every week to this channel, and in December I will be posting a video every other day. Some business related, some more kind of lifestyle Christmassy related. So please do subscribe if you want to catch future videos from me, and if you enjoyed this one, please give it a like and hype it as well, and it will help to push it out to more people who will find it useful too. Thank you so much for watching again, and hopefully I will see you all in the next one. Bye guys!